Hello and welcome to another episode of Goa 365's Story Behind the Story. Now we are seeing almost every day, I can say every day, accidents on our news. Accidents taking place, whether it is bike, it is car, there were some buses catching fire, people dying, self-accident. It's a new style now. People are banging and toppling over and falling into, I don't know, in lots of places. People are getting killed. Lots of accidents. Now, despite lot of protestations by and Ashwasana, promises by the authorities, by the police, by the RTO, by the ministers in charge, they have still not been able to manage to even slow it down. Forget stop it. Stopping is almost impossible because these are accidents, and with the roads and with our cars and with people not knowing how to drive, they drive like, I don't know. Anybody who has ridden or driven will know. So to discuss this and see if something can come out of it, possibly go to the people who are supposed to do their job and it's not being done, I have a very, very senior panel who is going to, I don't know, hopefully discuss and not argue about this issue. Starting with Sauter D'Souza, columnist. Sauter has been an activist politician for a very long time. In fact, I think I started my career as a journalist with him. That time he was a journalist. And we have been doing a lots of stories on transportation, public transport over the years. Sauter Bab, welcome to our show. Mahesh Bab Gaonkar, good friend of mine, journalist, senior journalist, who also travels a lot because he lives literally on the border of Goa, now in Goa. Mahesh Bab, welcome to our show. Elvis Bab Gomes, congressman, former bureaucrat. He should be able to give us a perspective from both sides, hopefully. Vincent Bab Rosario, you all must be seeing him. He's the one who informs us where there are signboards, there are no signboards, or there is, the roads are good, bad, whatever. We need his perspective because a lot of accidents, a lot of tourists coming to Goa, and a lot of accidents happen because there is no proper direction and you don't know with these highways at those speeds. And last but not the least, Siddharth Bab Samant, advocate, good friend. He is going to give us the legal perspective. What possibly the government can do legally or whoever should do. Sorry, can do is a different, is very condescending on my part. So Sauter Bab, I would like to start with you. Tell us, सांग आमकां कितें एक्झॅक्टली कित्याक लोक मरोता, लोक एक्सिडंट करिता, गाडयो येता व्हडल्यो बारीक the bikes are coming out, big bikes. Harley Davidson is coming out, Bullet is there now, Triumph 500, 600, 650. What is the scene? Give us a general perspective, general overview rather.
See, you must be thankful that so many accidents are taking place because I don't know how many episodes you have had so far. Okay, I have been on one previously.
On accidents, I don't know. I think it's the first one on accidents.
No, last time I think with Mr. Bosco George. Bosco George, I think.
Accident?
Yeah, this is
Banastari.
It was specific.
Banastari, yes.
Correct.
So, this is not only in this subject of accidents. It's happening everywhere. We are, for the years, we are discussing, and things go from bad to worse. Okay, there is so much of agitation and so much of protests happening, but nothing is improving. Things are getting worse and worse. And I think the main thing is these issues cannot be seen in separation from other larger issues. Okay. Yesterday I was on another channel and we were talking about the whole issue of alcoholism and drugs in the revenue department, basically the increase in revenue and how government is going on boasting about its revenue increases in revenue from sale of liquor and casinos and all that. Besides that, total lawlessness in every field, I feel. Okay, whether it's construction, people are just cutting the hills. So there is total disrespect for law. Okay. My whole thing is that now this is a society in decay, and basically the root of it for some time was corruption. But as the corruption got chronic and more chronic, okay, these are all the symptoms, and we are discussing each symptom in isolation. So we need to have a logical analysis of this thing in totality. Basically, we need to see you cannot have road safety without checks and balances when it comes to promotion of alcohol, drugs, all these things. Your education system, okay, whether how much emphasis is there on character building. There are absence of role models in society today. As elders, I think many times we take shortcuts. Child is sitting back. We don't realize how that child is looking. My dad can do it, so next time the child will do it. Okay, and what moral authority we have to dictate to youngsters when we ourselves have been breaking the law? We never think about that many times. Then you have the whole thing of licensing, whereby, you know, again, the whole thing of corruption. You can pay and get your license, and this whole thing of entitlement, because I have got, I'm a rich guy. I have got contacts with politicians, with police officers. So if I crash or bash anywhere, I can manipulate the cases. I can get off very freely. So this entitlement that comes, everyone which is a smaller vehicle, you know, it looks like a pest on the road, will be knocked off. So that is sort of thing. There is no consideration for the other. Everyone is, it's just a survival. Everyone is rushing, and they want their way. Okay? So basically, it's a very complex situation, and our legal system is also doesn't conclude particular cases. It goes on for years together, and sometimes the witnesses also die. There is no witnesses, or witnesses finally disappear. So this whole complication needs to be put in place. Then the whole road engineering that is taking place. Okay? You first construct the roads, then you start hiring agencies to do an audit, then you identify black spots, you know. Finally, when you're constructing the road only, you look at the road engineering. Today, I can tell you in Porvorim, which is a new township, okay, the internal roads, totally in violation, where people have, you know, built their compound walls on the corner at 90 degrees. The Town Planning Act says it should be a circle. Okay, so you cannot see the other this thing. Then this whole thing of right of way and respect for the weaker vehicles. You see, the absence of dedicated lanes for cyclists, two-wheelers on the road. We are keeping on increasing the highways, okay, and increasing the speed of vehicles. But what about these vehicles which are two-wheelers? And I won't go into the statistics. Maybe some others will go into the statistics. But the carrying capacity of the roads. Okay, Goa today, I think the household possession of vehicles is the highest in the country. Okay. And this 3,700 square kilometers state, okay, has the highest vehicles in the country. Plus you have the influx of migrants coming in, I mean the tourists coming in with vehicles from other states. Now you will have caravan tourism, and then I don't know what tourism is going to come. Where are all these vehicles going to go ultimately?
Thanks, Dr. Bob. Mahesh Bob, yeah. Now these accidents, vehicle, एक sort of who vehicle, lots of vehicles are there. Who basa, but तुम्ही किती म्हणता कित्याक accidents जातात?
Before
is
going,
it only because there are more vehicles?
Before going details with the accidents, I will put before you the last year data. Okay. Last year data किती सांगता की in full throughout the year 3011 road accidents झाले. तातूंतल्यान two-third were related to the two-wheelers only. 271% lost their lives. 271. Out of 271, 181, which comes to two-third percentage, which belongs to the two-wheelers only.
Okay. But to 3011 fatal accidents.
Yeah, fatal accidents. No, 3011 overall accidents,
okay.
Of which in that accidents 271 lost their lives.
Fatal.
Okay. Yeah. Out of that now 181 belongs to who lost their lives was on two-wheelers only. which comes to a percentage is 2/3, which is quite more as compared to the total number if we consider. So we have to think on this. It's two-wheelers. Two-wheelers means totally most of the young generation is involved. And who is responsible? Who is responsible for this? We the parents and all who are elders. We should guide them. We should guide them to reduce this number of accidents. This is the data. As far as Walter said, Salter said, so the infrastructure and other things. Infrastructure government is doing as per their planning and all, but how to utilize that infrastructure and that is up to the people. It is people who creates all these problems. Accidents are increasing. Who is the responsible? After all, we human beings, we should know whether our lives is valuable for us or not, and accordingly we should follow the rule. Rules are there, but that has to be followed. But if we are not following the rules and regulation, these all problems and all accidents will goes on increasing. While driving, we should put helmets, we should put seat belts. This has to be followed, but we are not following. As Salter said, if police is issuing challenge, that political interference, we are issuing pressurizing the officials. That should not happen. If this thing is happen, if anybody who is financially sound and is getting acquitted, this will goes on increasing, and the younger generation will get boost. They will drive with a higher speed and all, and ultimately this goes on increasing. The accidents will increase. So to curb this, it is up to the people as well as the younger generation, how to drive the vehicles and all, and also the responsibility of the government, what to do, what measures to be taken, that the government should decide. As per my information, in the year 2022, government has formed one committee under the presidency of DIG Omir Singh, I think. So, but further things, whether the fruits has come out or not, that is up to the government. It is their lookout. And at the same time, it is all people's responsibility to get the number of accidents should be reduced. How to curb it? It is their duty to guide their children and whatever. It is their responsibility, and we all should know. It is not, we should not blame only for government. It is our duty also. All people who are well educated and all, they should come forward and to do something to save the lives which are unnecessarily we are wasting. That is what I want to say.
Yeah, thanks, Mahesh Babu. Elvin Babu, now from the political side, pressure, interference, asa, na, what do you think?
Political pressure astats, that is
You
obvious.
because you've been on both sides of the fence. so it's-
But now I am actually thankful that we have started this debate about road accidents. It is something real. Daily, practically daily, one life,
Two, I think, almost two.
almost two, 1.5 if you can say, yeah, getting lost in a small state like Goa is something serious. Is a serious matter. See, I look at it simply from two angles. One is like short term, what needs to be done, and what is to be done on a long term basis. In the present situation, where you ask me about government you just keep aside. There is no government. In some areas, in Goa, there is absolutely no governance. Government asta, there is no governance. At least in this sector of transportation, government munta absent. So in this kind of a scenario, I would advise every Goan, whoever is using a bike or a car or any kind of transport, so long as we get good governance, somebody who will come in future and do some good governance, we have to go on a defensive approach. Ami amcho life प्रत्येकान आपापलो लायफ सेव करतलो जाल्यार वी हॅव टू गो ऑन अ डिफेन्सीव अप्रोच. आज एग्रेशन जें आसा रोडांचेर इतलें वाडलां. ट्युरिस्ट इन्फ्रास्ट्रक्चर, ट्युरिस्ट जे इन्फ्लो आसा आमच्या गोंयांत तांकां चडूच सोंपें जालां बिकॉज दे गेट अ रेंट अ कॅब आनी रेंट अ बायक. यू सी द नंबर्स पर्टिक्युलरली इन द नॉर्दर्न बेल्ट.
Huge number.
तांकां ते रस्ते खबर आसना. दे टेक इट फॉर ग्रांटेड. ते एका बायकाचेर 4 लोक, इवन अ गोवन वील नॉट डेअर डू दॅट. गोंयकार मॅक्झिमम ट्रिपल वचत 4 लोक अशे ट्युरिस्ट एका स्कुटरीचेर बसून वता आनी एनफोर्समेंट इज सो पुअर. दॅट्स वाय आय से देर इज एबसन्स ऑफ गव्हर्नन्स इन दीस सेक्टर. दीज शॉर्ट टर्म मेजर्स म्हणटा ते वी हॅव टू बी डिफेन्सीव. लेट एनीबडी बी द ऑफेंडर. आमी आमचें सांबाळया. लेट्स मेंटेन द स्पीड. एग्रेसीव बिहेवियर ऑन द रोड. म्युच्युअल रिस्पेक्ट म्हणटा तो कोणाक ना. सगळे एकमेकाक सायड मारून वता. सी वेन द ब्रिज वॉज अंडर कन्स्ट्रक्शन, हांगा जुवारी ब्रिज, वी यूज टू फेस इट एवरी डे. एक क्यू जर वता आनी कोणाचें ट्रॅफिक ऑब्स्ट्रक्शन जालां जाल्यार कितल्यो गाडयो सायडीन येता. केओटीक सिट्युएशन जाता. म्हणजे आमकां ते आनी पडोनूच वचोंक ना. दुसऱ्याकय गरज आसता रोडाची. दॅट कॉन्सेप्ट इज नॉट देर. द अदर्स रायट ऑल्सो वी आर इग्नोरींग. सो दॅट इज वन थिंग. लॉंग टर्म म्हणटा ते कितें आहा, सी वेदर इट इज द रोड कन्स्ट्रक्शन, रोड इंजिनियरींग, वयता थंय वाट लावन दवरल्या. तुमी आतां पणजेच पळया. फाटले खेपेक आतां G20च्या नांवान हॉट मिक्सिंग म्हणून जालें. ते हॉट मिक्सिंग करून 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 व्हडलो लेयर तयार केला आनी सकयल ते बिल्डिंगेच्या सायडीचे फुटपाथी सकयल जाल्या. इज दीस नॉट डेंजर? यू हॅव क्रिएटेड अ डेंजर फॉर रोड युजर्स. पळोवंक ना तुमी? आतां कला अकाडेमी कडेच पळया तुमी. एक हंप कसो गेला, असो तुमी गाडी घेवन येता आसतना ढप करून उडी मारता गाडी. अरे तुमी कसले इंजिनियर? तुमकां डिग्री तरी काय डिप्लोमा दिल्या तरी कोणें हें पास करपाक असले हे रोड नेटवर्क, रोड इन्फ्रास्ट्रक्चर. सो हे लॉंग टर्म मेजर्स करचे पडटले. ताणें जें भरून हाडलां इतलें, तातूंत एक म्हत्वाचें पळय, तातूंत एक आयटम आसा मिलिंग म्हणून. यू नो दॅट वेन अ न्यू रोड सर्फेस हॉट मिक्सिंग घालता तेन्ना ते स्क्रॅच करचे पडटा. वी हॅव सीन दॅट इन प्लेसीस लायक बॉम्बे बी. कित्याक ताचे ते लेवल मेंटेन जावपाक ताका म्हणटा मिलिंग. मिलिंग आयटम आसता बिलान.
कोण करना?
मिलिंग करना, खाता सारकें रो चणे घाल्या सारकें खाता. डायरेक्ट खाता. येस. नाव हांगा बसून हांव चॅलेंज दिता ह्या सरकाराक. फाटले खेपेक G20च्या टायमार जितले पळय हॉट मिक्सिंग जालां ह्याच सिटीनूच धरया. फॉरगेट अबाउट अदर मडगांव बिडगांव. हे मिलिंग केला काय ना ते पळोवया. दे वील ईट दॅट मनी विदाउट डुईंग द मिलिंग. कित्याक हें आतां धापलें न्हू परतें. ताजे वयल्यान लेयर आयलो. सो वी आर डिझॉनस्ट. वी आर एक्स्ट्रीमली डिझॉनस्ट टू द कॉज. म्हणून एक्सिडेंट जाता, कोण मरता, तांची फॅमिली सफर जाता. द कॉन्सिक्वेन्सीस ऑफ एन एक्सिडेंट इज नॉट जस्ट रेस्ट्रिक्टेड टू द विक्टीम. फूल फॅमिलीचे फॅमिली सरावंडींग सगळे प्रेशरार येता. अँड दे यू नो त्याची उद्वास जाता सगळ्या लायफ. दॅट्स वाय शॉर्ट टर्म आनी लॉंग टर्म आय वूड लूक एट इट लायक दॅट. टावन अँड कंट्री प्लॅनिंग डिपार्टमेंट म्हणटा तो सामको बाद आयच्या दिसाक. तातूंत आनी कांय अर्थूच उरोंक ना. द कायंड ऑफ लायसन्सिंग दॅट इज बींग डन. 10 मीटर रोड दाखयता, हांगा आसा 3 मीटर रोड ऑन सायट. कितल्यो स्टोरीज? 8 स्टोरीज, 10 स्टोरीज. FAR वाडत आसा. अरे गाडयो वाडटल्यो कितल्यो मागीर? अँड टुडे एवरीबडी कॅन अफोर्ड अ कार. कित्याक लोन दिवपी कंपनी अशें तुज्या फाटल्यान लागता. लोन लेलो. ही बँका फोन करता, ते फोन करता. डेली तुका कॉलां येता. साब लोन लेलो, आपको इतना मिलता है, लोन लेलो. सगळेच टेम्प्ट जाता. पब्लीक ट्रान्सपोर्टेशन इज एबसेंट, completely absent. So these are the sectors we don't see any governance. Government म्हणटा तो एबसेंट आसता आनी म्हणून हे सगळे आमकां प्रॉब्लेम आसता.
थँक्स एल्वीस बाब. विजय बाब, आता तुम्ही खूप स्टोरी मारल्या अबाउट रोड सायनेजीस. आमकां सांगा आता एक्झॅक्टली कितें सिट्युएशन एज अ रायडर अँड ड्रायव्हर ऑफ ऑन द आवर गोवा रोड. कुड बी द रिझन्स फॉर एक्सिडेंट. आय डोंट नो, तुम्ही सांगा.
सो आतां सरान सांगलां ते सगळे एज अ टेक्निकल थिंग्स. पूण तुका आतां हांव प्रॅक्टिकल सांगता. प्रॅक्टिकल जर तूं येयत, हांव तुका एग्जाम्पल दिता. फ्रॉम आगासायम टू पेंजिम्स तर येयत. आतां आख्खी हायवे NH66 आनी तूं जर रूल पळयत नॅशनल इंडियन रोड काँग्रेस, तेजेर रोड सामके रुल्स फ्रेम केल्ले आहा. हायवे कशें आसपाक जाय, तेका एक्झीट आनी एंट्री कशी आसपाक जाय, कितली रनवे गाडी येता ती भितर सरता ती आनी भायर सरता ती दोनूय रस्त्यांक कळपाक जाय. ते भाशेन ते डिझायन केल्ले आहा. इवन विडियोज आहा इंडियन रोड काँग्रेस हेचेर. कित्याक हायवे रुल्स फ्रेम करता इंडियन रोड काँग्रेस आनी एज पर दॅट ते हायवे जावपाक जाय ते भाशेन. पूण तूं आगासायम टू पेंजीम तर एके कडेन एंट्री आनी एक्झीट एज पर दॅट स्टँडर्ड ना. एक जालें. आतां हायवे केल्या ती सगळी कॉन्क्रीट. आतां कॉन्क्रीट कित्याक केल्या आसतली, एक गोडे पॉट होल उणें जावपाक, पूण तो जर पॉट होल पळयत इज वर्स दॅन द हेचे डांबराचे रस्ते आहा पळय तेज्याहून वर्स कॉन्क्रिटाक पॉट होल पडलेले आहा. तूं सांताक्रूज हायवेचेरूच हेजेर वच, 2 ते फ्लायओवर आहा, ते दोनूय फ्लायओवरांक क्रॅक पडलेले आहा आनी इतले तुका अबावट 3 इंच पुणी ते ओपन जाल्ले आहा. ते ओपन जाल्ले आसतना जर तूं पळयत इज डेंजरस फॉर 2 व्हिलर्स. 4 व्हिलर कॅन कंट्रोल बिकॉज तेंचे ते 4 व्हिलर हें आसता, बट 2 व्हिलर्स लूज द बॅलन्स. दॅट ऑल्सो कॅन कॉज द एक्सिडंट फॉर द 2 व्हिलर्स. आतां रोड पळय हे हायवे जेन्ना 66 केल्ली पळय तेन्ना म्हाका उगडास एक स्टोरी मारलेली एट GMC तेणें ते रामबल घाल्या पळय ते स्लोपाक. आतां एज पर द हायवे एक्ट तुवें एटलिस्ट 150 to 200 मिटर्सा आदी एक सायन बोर्ड मारपाक जाय. इट्स डिपेंड अपॉन द स्पीड. पूण थिगा ऑन द स्पॉट त्या रामबलसा कडेन सायन बोर्ड मारलेलो आहा ऑन स्पॉट. तूं सांग आतां एक 60 or 40 स्पीडीचेर 2 व्हिलर्स येता, ती तिगे ऑन द स्पॉट ब्रेक कशें मारतले आनी त्या रामबलसांचेर इतले तुजे लूज यू आर गोईंग आउट ऑफ कंट्रोल. थिगा ते 2 व्हिलर्सांक तुका आतां 4 व्हिलर्स थिगा फकत हें जातली, धाडवतली, वायब्रेट जातली, डॅमेज कार डॅमेज, बट 2 व्हिलर्स वील लूज द बॅलन्स. सो हो एक कॉज 2 व्हिलर्सांक हें करपाक एक्सिडेंट. सो जायत्या रोडांचेर म्हणटा ती आतां हे आतां ट्रॅफीक हें करता ते रोड सेफ्टी हे खरें म्हणल्यार तेणी रोड सेफ्टी आहा पळय ते रोड चॅक करपाक जाय आसलें म्हाज्या हितून. फाटीं आमी रोड सेफ्टीचेर हांवूच आहलो हिंगा मेर्शे जंक्शनाचेर. थिगा आमी ते ऑफिसराक विचारलें, हांवें विचारलें ते आतां रोड सेफ्टी ते वॉट अबाउट द सायन बोर्ड. तो म्हणूंक लागलो सायन बोर्ड अजून घालपाक म्हणूंक लागलो इज अ इनकम्प्लीट, हायवे इज इनकम्प्लीट. सो इनकम्प्लीट जाल्यार ते रस्त्या वयल्यान गाडयो वयता कित्याक सायन बोर्ड नासतना, त्यो गाडयो बंद करपाक जाय आसल्यो. इनकम्प्लीट रस्त्याचेर तुवें हें करूंक जायना जालें त्या पासून म्हणाल सायन बोर्ड घालूंक नाय, दॅट्स वाय इट इज इनकम्प्लीट. आतां तेज्याच फुडल्यान थिगा ताका दाखयलें आमी कित्याक एज पर द मोटर व्हेकल एक्ट की रावंड अबाउटाचेर तुज्यान गाडी फॉरगेट अबाउट अ पार्किंग स्टॉप करूंक जायना, स्टॉप करूंक जायना. कित्याक म्हाका उगडास आहा म्हाजें ट्रायल घेता आसतना म्हाका कडेन सेर्वो फेर्नांडीस म्हणून ऑफिसर आहलो, RTO ऑफिसर. तो म्हाजी ट्रायल घेता आसतना तेणें म्हाका टेस्ट केलो त्या हेजेर. तो म्हणूंक लागलो यू कॅनॉट इवन स्टॉप, फॉरगेट अबाउट द पार्किंग. पूण थिगा हांवें आतां लागून हांव येता आसतना हांवें थिगा पळयलें तिका पार्किंग केल्ल्यो आहा. आतां ते पार्किंग केल्या ते सामके टील अटल सेतू आनी अटल सेतूक ते 2 व्हिलर्स लागून वयता पळय तांकां ते ऑन स्पॉटाचेर बोर्ड लायलेले आहा फॉरगेट अबाउट 200 मिटर्स. ऑन स्पॉटाचेर तिका बोर्ड लायलेले आहा आनी तिका तर सायडीक पार्क केलेली आहा गाडी जाल्यार तांकां 2 व्हिलर्सांक बोर्ड आहा म्हूण तिका कशें कळटलें. ते बाबडे स्ट्रेट वयता पूण स्ट्रेट गेले म्हणटा थिंगा तांकां फायन पर्वरी सायडीन सेम तेंचें हें जाता. सो मेन कॉज म्हाज्या हितून आहा तो नॉट ओन्ली द रायडर्स बट इज अ प्रॉब्लम ऑफ गव्हर्मेंट ऑल्सो. आनी RTOच्यान तुका सांगोंकूच नाका, तूं जर गाडी चलोवपाक नको जाणा मातसो तूं बसोंक जाल्यार पुरो RTOन तुका लायसन्स ते तुका पयलें म्हाज्या वखदार म्हाका उगडास आहा 2 व्हिलर्सांक म्हाका 8 मारपाक 3 रावंड मारूंक लायले 3 पावट. पूण आतां तुका 8 मारपाची गरज ना. ना 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 तूं केन्नाय तर उगी वचत आनी तूं वचून RTOच्या 8 के मारता थिगा तूं वचत ना जाल्यार RTOच्या ऑफिसार सकयल राव, वयर रावन एकलो ऑफिसर पळयता ना जाल्यार वयर थिगा हेजेर रावन पळयता तुका पळयता बसलो त्या बायकीचेर जालें म्हणटा तुजें काम. सो अशें ते लायसन्स इज नॉट अर्न, ते इकतें गेल्लेलें आहा ना जाल्यार इट इज सोल्ड. सो वन ऑफ दॅट.
Thanks, Vincent. I'll come back to you on that. Dottor, now you are the legal side of it. What do you have to say about all this? Because one thing I just want to point out, whether you're overspeeding and your license is cancelled and you kill 3-4 people, your license cancelled for 3 months. So same, Bangod.
We'll come to the licensing little later. But first of all,
Dottor, 2 minutes. After that, I'll start you off in the second section. Yes, finish off. Yeah. Thank.
Yeah, first of all, government responsibility to provide good roads. The roads are damaged, there are a lot of potholes, roads are uneven, there are too many twists and turns. These are perfect recipe for causing accident. So roads, good roads, well maintained roads, then lit up roads, especially during the evening time, with good signboards. This is the first, this is sine qua non, this has to be there if you want to reduce the accident. Traffic management, signal asa chalat na, there are places where which are supposed to be manned but the police officer is absent. The signboards, as he says, it's required to be there at a particular place, absent. A signboard broken, or they are not painted for years together. At least where there are sharp turns, where there are U-turns, where road is slippery, where road is slopey. Then crossroads. As far as possible, we have to avoid roads.
I will interrupt you here. I will, we have like out of time. I will take you right in the beginning when we come back on the other side. Yeah. This is very inconclusive. We will take it forward on the other side. Keep watching Goa 365.